Hello, good people of the internet. My name is Annex, and welcome back to Let's Play Hearts of Iron 3 for the not for the motherland, sorry, their finest hour. Though we are fighting for the motherland of Soviet Russia today, so that's why I got that confused. And, today we're just going to be continuing the timeline. We're going to be continuing to produce things. We're not doing anything special today, just sort of, continuing to play the game. And yeah, and we're also going to be sorting our men into, we're going to be, well, I guess not really sorting, but sort of dealing with higher unit structures such as armies and army groups. So yeah, and we're also going to, we might start to deal with this front over here when you do at some point. But for the moment, I want to get the western front all sorted out, so we're going to sort these guys into armies. Our first army, actually, I believe we already have an army up here. This is the first army. We're going to form the second army on the Romanian border. Which is going to consist of, oh, I'm not shift selecting, which I need to do. And I was control selecting there, so if we just go through and shift select these HQs and we go create higher command, that's going to create a army, and the army can move back to here. Actually, move you out of the way. We'll actually put these tanks under this HQ as well. The second army. So that's the second army. And we have that great officer approach to do, but for a number of reasons we're not going to do it until Japan goes to war on nationalist China, mainly because it lowers our neutrality so we can do some good stuff. So we'll wait until then to do that. And in just a second I'm going to turn the music down a little bit. It's a little loud. Just a little bit. That'll be better. We do have some for insufficient tech research, but only on our organization, which is something that is very important, so we're going to keep doing that. And according to this, there is more research possible, which is a lie. So shut up, you stupid computer. And don't lie to me anymore, because I don't like it very much when you lie to me. This. And intelligence. How's our intelligence going? Sort by priority. Oh, our spies are getting killed. Well, we're not using that many, so it's fine. We're raising our national unity slowly but surely. So we've got the first army down here, which is of course a good thing. Then we'll also have, wow, we've got a lot of men along here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 corps, which is a lot. I think what we're going to do is we're going to have 5 here. And this will be the third army, of course. And then we'll have a smaller army, which is going to sort of deal with this area of swampland and this sort of area up here. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I guess this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. Perfecto. So this is the 4th Army, and 4th Army HQ is going to be where? Let's have a look at the, not the terrain, but the infrastructure, because I know a lot of this swamp is unenterable. We'll put it here, and that's a good spot. And we should have our Army HQs probably on a on green, that way they can get their resources when they need them. So where's that unit that I just made? There. Okay, so he's moving up there. He's got all those guys in his influence, and then we've got 5 here. So this is perfect. Just perfect. And we're going to take you, and you will be here in Sino. I think that's how you pronounce that. I'm not sure though. And then we'll also have a Baltic army here, which is just 2 corps, obviously. But we'll put them under an army nonetheless, and that army will sit in Novgorod. Actually, no, it'll sit in Minsk. Sorry, however you pronounce that. Not exactly sure. And Germans want a trade agreement, as always. Decline it, because they're the Germans, and we don't like them. Hungarians, though? Sure, you'll be able to prep it anyways. So, it doesn't really matter. We'll buy supplies from you. Whoa, why do we all of a sudden need so many reinforcements? That is probably for all these HQs we've just been making. But we'll just put that slowly but surely. It's a little glitched out right now. There you go. Much better there. We'll just put whatever extra we have into there, and it'll slowly but surely reinforce those HQs we've just made. Because as you can see, they start out with very little men, and we've just made an advance in Blitzkrieg tech. I think we want to keep studying that, most certainly, because those are our tank techs, and our tanks are going to be relatively important in this conflict. So, yes, definitely do that. And once we finish these light tank techs, we'll start doing more medium tank techs, but we do want to get self-propelled artillery, because it's definitely a good tech to get, so that our artillery can keep up with our armor, and we can give them artillery. So, yes. Oh, engineering brigade has been unlocked, which means we can also switch some of that over to our armor deck. We're going to start getting better engines there, which is always good. Always good to have better engines. And let's see, is there anything else to do? We've got this core here, which is actually... Let's look at our battle plan. This is a good battle plan, I think. But our HQ actually needs to be somewhere else, so that way it is in range of our Cav group. So we're going to move it up 2 provinces, and hopefully that's enough. We'll do that as a strategic redeploy. Hopefully moving him up like that will get him what he needs. We're also going to set this group up for the invasion plan, which we need one here, one here. We also need to be here. You to be... No, sorry. You, yes, there. You there, and you there. I think that's about right. We do have some units out of supply, but that's fine. And that is much better. We'll keep you there. We can move you up into Perzabad when the war starts. Hopefully there's no one there. If there is, we can just send a simple attack there. You can move in. And we're going to select this HQ, and I believe we're going to move it to here, just so it's a little bit more left. That way it can support everyone it needs to. We've got our navy all sorted out. Yes, we do. The second battle fleet is in Leningrad, so that's good. So now we've got that all of our armies sorted out. We're going to need to sort them out into army groups. We have, what, 6 armies? Is it? Yes, 6 armies. We would give them 6 crude oil. Can we afford that? No. We cannot afford that, so we're not going to do it. Sorry, guys, but we just can't really afford to do that. I'd love to give you some crude oil, but I can't. So, first army. So we're gonna have several army groups. We're gonna have army group for the Nordic areas, which is going to be this one, and this army group is going to be based in somewhere. Probably Leningrad. This army group will be based in Leningrad. Strategic redeploy there. And this is going to be Army Group Nord. So that's our Nordic Army Group. We'll get them 7 metal in exchange for 4 money. No, they're Axis. Sorry, mates. Then we're going to have the Polish Army Group, which is going to consist of all our Polish armies, which is 3, if I remember correctly. So this is going to be Army Group Poland. Oops, I spelled that wrong. And where does that army group spawn? There it is. And it's going to go probably here in Homel. Or is this it? No, that's Army Group Poland. And Army Group Poland can go to Homel. That's a good place to base that army group, I believe. And then we're going to have the Black Sea Army Group, which will have an army down here for these guys. Yeah. So we'll do that. We're not going to have an army group for the Persian guys, but we'll have an army group for our Red Guards that we're going to make. And for these guys over here, but that's not there yet, so we're not ready for that army group quite yet. Yeah. Greece is offering us a trade agreement. We give them 9 rares each day in exchange for 14 money. No, not even 9 rares, sorry. 0.9 rares. Yeah, we'll do that. Now, let's start sorting our men over here. I don't know why the Japanese have so many ridiculous amounts of men over here, but whatever. We'll start sorting these into corps. Artyom. It's a nice name for a province. Alright. Sorting into corps, you can go here. It's already a corps. So yeah, I'm not sure how many corps we'll have down here, but we'll have certainly an interesting amount. I should make a battle plan for over here actually, just in case the Japanese happen to be aggressive towards me. It would probably be to push into here through these mountains actually. We do have quite a defendable position. They'd have to be attacking into hills. I think we'd want to take this province here, but other than that, we do have a very defendable position along this river line here. So I don't think it would take many men to hold our position, which is always nice to know. I probably will make a battle plan over here, and it'll be a good time for me to show you how I make battle plans, because you didn't get to see me make the other ones, but you could see me make this one, so we might do that in a little bit after I'm done sorting out the men. That's 4, and that's it. We'll put this garrison unit with this corps, because he needs to go somewhere. And we've got this here, that's 3 motorized. That's 2 motorized and a light armor. So I guess we have 2 little groups there. We're not going to mess with them at all. Something about Greece canceling our trade agreement, I believe. That's a shame. It really is. Luxembourg is offering us a trade agreement. No, thank you. So let's form these into corps. And we do have exactly an army worth of corps here, so that's always good. Obviously, one of our divisions is a garrison division, so that's never nice. We'll probably put him in this city here. that garrison division, because if you don't know, cities do add a good defense bonus. So if you have a look at it, it gives a minus 0.4 to attack, so it's always good. You give them metal in exchange for money. No, you're the nationalists. Why would I support nationalists? Ah, those bastards. I don't know why you have a bonus to attack. That's a bit ridiculous. I guess because you're artillery, actually. But that's a bit ridiculous, really, for a garrison division. Should be horrible at attacking. But yeah, I think we're just going to defend this river in the north. And look at it. It's a lovely river, really. We're going to put our... The one place we can push in is here. Right here. If we do have a war with them. And we're going to want to push into here anyways. But infrastructure, if you look at Mongolia's infrastructure, is horrible. I mean, we can push in here, obviously, if we need to. But the infrastructure is not great. But on our borders, we do have a good defensive perimeter. We'll probably send some men into Mongolia. But I think our primary push will be here. We'll put... Actually, that's a forest. That's no good. So yeah, I think if we do make an offensive, it'll be via Mongolia. If we do decide to have a defensive in our battle plan against an offensive in their battle plan. And I think we should have an offensive. Because, yeah, it's always good to have an offensive. So you are going to be charged with the protection of this lovely city here. Our artillery is these guys can see these guys. No, they don't have artillery. It's these guys. Sorry. Our unit with artillery is going to be charged with wherever we're going to have our offensive. They'll be the infantry unit nearest to there. So yeah, that makes sense. So you're going to go out there. We'll leave you down here to protect here. So Decisions. We'll put one there. No, we're going to put two there. Because it's a plains, and it can be attacked from quite a few provinces. So, I'm going to have two there. One there. Obviously, strategic redeploy. One there. And we're going to give up this province because there's no point in keeping it. It's sort of sticking out, and yeah, it doesn't give us much of a... There's not really much point in having a unit there when we can just let them take it and pull back to here. So we're going to do that. You know, sometimes you have to know when to give the enemy land. So, in this unit, going to go to and normally if this were a multiplayer game, I'd just like to say that I would pull all these men back to over here, but it's not, so it's not a multiplayer game, so I can just destroy the German AI without the help of these units, and I can leave these guys over here just in case something happens with Japan, which it does sometimes. Sometimes it does. Not often, but you never know what's going to happen to you. So this guy can cover 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. So you are going to cover 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that makes sense. So let's select you, and you, and you, and you, and you, and then let's have a look at our infrastructure. And so our HQ is going to go here, obviously, because we want it to be along an area with decent infrastructure. I believe something's just happened. National decision, no. Tech, maybe. I don't know. Oh, we could go to 1-year draft, but we're not going to because we are building armor, and we can build that armor for cheap without doing that. So that's good. Always good. So you are actually going to cover quite a bit more area than I thought. Well, quite a different area than I thought you were. Rather, not quite a different area. But, well, not quite a large area, but quite a different area, rather. So you are doing that. That's right. Good, good, good. And the main reason I'm just sort of protecting this area over here is because where's the thing resources? If you can see, we're just protecting our resources. I will send some in over here. I think that's probably where I will send you maybe? How much could you cover? These guys are covering up to here, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow, that's quite a large area, actually. So I think I'm actually going to be able to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cover the entire thing. So that's pretty decent, actually. That is very decent, actually. Very decent indeed. Unless, of course, I want to make it offensive through Mongolia. I guess I could deploy some more troops over here if I did want to, but I think for now we're just going to take a defensive plan. I don't even need to draw a battle plan for this because it's such a simple plan, really. I've just decided that on this front, I'm going to pause it for a second. I'd just like to show you this, because I just thought of this. Look, this is not a good position at all, because he can be attacked from 3 provinces. And he has no support there. No support at all. This guy can't support. I guess he can support to here. It's not very good, though. If I fall back to these 2 provinces, they're going to have to come in here where I can attack. Yeah, that 1 province with 3 units, and it's a plains province. Oh, I don't know. I don't know if I want to fall back there. I do not know if I want to just fall back there and hold these 2 provinces rather than this 1. No, it's concentration of forces. They can put 2 guys here, whereas here I'd have to spread them out. So I'm just going to leave them there, where I can bottleneck. So yeah. We're going to do that. We're going to move you to up here. If we have a look at our infrastructure, yeah, it sort of runs along this river, so that's kind of nice. That's very nice, actually. You have no idea. We'll give Czechoslovakia some energy, sure. Let me have a drink. So that's always good. I think that's very good, actually. We'll be finishing these in May. Oh my god, we need a lot more supplies than we're producing. Jesus. Jesus. That too. Whew. Things went up quite a bit. I wonder why that is. Guess I'll never know. But I think this is definitely a very easy area to defend. We're going to have to move this guy up, though. Let's have a look at our infrastructure. We're going to have to move him onto a frontline province, probably this one. That way he can support all of his troops. And obviously I want to keep my men on these provinces that have increased infrastructure as often as possible, just to make the transportation of goods a lot easier. But if I have to, I'll... so this is definitely their weak spot. And this is definitely where I'll put my troops that have artillery. Maybe we can push into here and sort of just flood through. And I'll definitely put my armor near here as well. Even though, you know, there's not much of it. But it's a very small weak spot. It is a forest, of course. But if we can, so we're not going to be able to push through with our actual armor, but if we can push through with our infantry and then move our armor up into here, this is a very, definitely not the best area to be using armor, but we've got it, so I guess just flat motorized don't get that bad of a debuff in those areas, but definitely the armor will. I'm not sure though. So this guy can now cover this whole area. That's definitely good. Good to be sorting out this border. Though I actually think I've forgotten to put my army groups under Stavka, which I should do. This is, where's our army group for the north, which we're going to put under there. And then we'll have our Black Sea army group. I'm actually going to change this to army group Baltic. So that's the Baltic Army Group, that's the Polish Army Group, and this will be the Black Sea Army Group once it's formed. Oh, this guy cannot do his job properly from here. Let's have a look at our infrastructure. So he's going to move to here, because it's a good infrastructure province. A decent infrastructure province anyways. So that will do the job, I suppose. But we'll be able to build our men with our engineers, our Red Guards. So we've just got some assault concentration tech, which I believe is here. So that's 38 tech, but it is 37s, and that is a tech that we want to get. So we're going to continue to study it. Yes. Now there's so many techs we want actually. We're going to have to cancel that out. And continue researching our infantry tech, because that's more important. Because you see, this gets our attack up by 2. Oh my god, and there's three infantry in one of our units, whereas here, if you have a look, our artillery, there's only 1, and this just gets us some organization and morale, so I'm going to say that these are more important for the time being than our doctrines are. Our doctrines are obviously important, but for now, we want to get our techs up first, so do that. So for now, if we go to Stavka, we've got all these units up, and that's 28k, but if we mobilize, obviously it's going to be a lot more, because look at that. A lot of men to mobilize, but we will get, I think we get some from the Grand Officer Purge. We get some, but anyways, we get like 1,000 from, the For the Motherland, thing when we go to war. See, look, if you look here, look at that. No, one of these Great Patriotic War. Yeah, oh my god, 3,500 manpower. It's ridiculous. So, that is always good. We would give them some rares, sure. And we just finished Delay Doctrine as well. But we're going to switch that over to Light Artillery, which will give us some toughness. Always good to have toughness. So, yep. Just looking at that. Let's get to look at that. So, let's produce some Red Guards soon. Once these guys are finished. They'll be finished in a second. Oh, darn. The humanity. The Hindenburg went down. Oh, it's so sad. So sad. Oh, so sad. I need to stop saying that. It makes me sound kind of creepy. Anyways. We're actually going to put you under the Army Group Baltic. And these guys will be under Army Group Black Sea once I do want to send some subs up to the Finnish area though. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to send 3 up into Leningrad. 3 of these up into Leningrad. Whoop. We'll leave 3 in the Baltic. And we're going to take 1 and send it over to Japan. Well, not Japan, but to Vladivostok, at least. And that will be our split of the Navy. So, see, we've got still got a nice, we got 1 transport here, not much, but, yeah. We'll definitely get some more transports. We're going to accept that, sure. Definitely want to get landing craft. Not sure when we'll get that. Probably, it takes a while to research. It's level 8. So, even if we started to research it now, we wouldn't get it until 1941. Ridiculous, you know? So, yeah. So we'll probably be using transports for our landings here. Well, that's fine. And I should probably produce some, shouldn't I? Soon. I will when this batch of armor is finished. First batch of armor. Jesus, we need a lot of reinforcements for all those, So we're going to do those reinforcements, actually, for a second real quick. But I don't know why it's telling me I need so much of these, because I'm actually getting plenty. So it's lying to me. I'm actually getting plenty of, supplies, so I don't know what it's on about. It's definitely lying to me, completely and utterly. We just made some, sure, not really even looking at those. I'm just assuming we have enough. If we start losing something, I'll go through and cancel my trade agreements. So, yeah. Yes, there's not enough men in the HQ, I know. Stop freaking out. It's not very effective right now. Because I'm definitely making plenty of supplies. I do need to reinforce a lot of things, though. It's kind of freaking out. Just give me a minute. Hello. Stop freaking out so much. So Japan will go to war in June. I think that's around the time on the episode. I'm not sure, though. I think the episode's running at about 6 months. Is that right? During peacetime, at least. I can put it up to 5 speed, probably. And, but since we're about to finish all these, let's not. I don't like going on 5 speed. It's, I like to just sit around, you know, relax, talk to you guys, make sure everything's in order. You know, I think 4 speed's just about right for me. It's just about everything right. It's just about the right speed to play the game at. It's not too fast, you know. 5 speed, I can't really do anything at 5 speed. It's really only just for passing the time. Of course, if you want to pass the time, 5 speed's great, but I'm not really in the mood to pass the time, so I'm just gonna sit around, talk, and wait for our armor to be finished. And we've just finished a medium armor tech, which we can now cancel and start getting, of course, more medium armor techs. And not only is that going to increase the toughness of our armor, it's also going to increase the toughness of our artillery, which is nice. So these are increasing our self-propelled artillery once we get it, of course, because we've got to get those light armor techs. We're going to decline you. We're going to accept you. So, yes. Good. I'm gonna hide all that. We are wasting IC on production because we just finished everything. God, it's ridiculous. We'll put you there. We're gonna put a lot into reinforcement. Just get that down because it's bothering me. And we've just finished some tanks, so we're gonna put them on the Polish border. Obviously. They're not going to be under any armies yet. That's 5, right? Yes, it is. There's our first medium armor corps. And we'll put another down here in the south. And obviously once these 3 finish, that'll be a full corps. And they will finish in just a second on the 21st and the 26th. So I don't know what it's on about. Those should be finished now. There we go. Those should be finished days ago, so it's kind of weird. Put production at 0 for the time being. It's acting a little bit ridiculous, to be honest, with the reinforcement. I don't know what it's on about. I don't know why we need so many reinforcements. But, according to this, we need 33 manpower to reinforce. We're using 4 every day. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Now let's start producing our Red Guard's core, which is going to consist like this. And if you see, that's pretty good. They've got increased defense and mountains and the like. Actually, how much worse does that make them in the mountains? Not much worse at all. It doesn't make them worse at all. You know, just comparing, making sure that actually with engineers they're better. Pretty sure they're better in every way with engineers. So it increases their defense a lot. Decreases their attrition and increases their movement in certain areas. So I think it's definitely a worthwhile thing, and it increases their attack on forts by 1%, which isn't a big difference, but so we're gonna make 5 EU, which is gonna be pretty cheap actually in the scheme of things. So, and we're also gonna start building more armor, 3 armor, and for the time being, a tank destroyer. Look at this. Getting our armor practical up is always good. God, that's expensive. Look at that. Ridiculous. Ridiculously expensive to build. Oh my god. Well, we got the reinforcement down quite a bit. So, yes. We're gonna continue. We're putting a little bit in there. And we're getting enough in our supplies now, apparently. Apparently we weren't before, even though it was looking fine. I think I'm actually going to drop my supplies for a second and put them all into reinforcement just for a day. And that's going to, of course, completely fix the entire problem. So that's good. We didn't really need to make that many men, so it's fine. And when this incident happens over here, I think that's when we're going to end the episode. And it should happen soon-ish. Soon-ish. Of course, we need to continue sorting this over here. We're going to decline that. So, of course, we're going to have 1 here. And we're going to select you again and do strategic redeployment. Select you, strategic redeployment. Select you, strategic redeployment. Select you, strategic redeployment, and select you, strategic redeployment. And that is covering quite a large area. The HQ is going to go in the middle. I do believe that is the middle, yes it is. Hopefully the HQ can cover everyone else. We might have to turn it into an army just to cover that range. I know it is quite a large range. You want 1 crude oil. Exchange for money. Yes, actually, I do need the money, so I'm going to give you the crude oil for the time being. Your turkey, I'm just going to take you back anyways, so it doesn't really matter if you're how you're doing. And wow, they have reinforced this border quite a bit, but these units are probably all crap, so it doesn't really matter. I think my battle plan will suffice, especially since it means they have less men over here where I'm going to land, so that's always good to know. And I was going to start building some transports, and I will once I stop having to spend a ridiculous amount on these things over here. And yeah, it's kind of ridiculous to be honest. I'll put that up. We're just going to lower our supply production. We've just got mobile warfare advanced. Let's check that out. Make sure it's something we're going to keep studying. I'm pretty sure mobile warfare, actually 38. We do want Spearhead Doctrine, though. That is a good tech. That's a very good tech. It's going to allow a lot more of our armor to be fighting, so we're going to keep studying that, definitely. Definitely just keep studying all the armor techs, because they're very good. Very, very good. So, yeah. Which of these gets, Blitzkrieg armor, motorized AA? Oh yeah, that's our motorized. Better, okay. Doot. Central planning. Wow, we still haven't gotten central planning done. It's still in 1918, but that's definitely something we want to get. Definitely. Large front is a good one too. So yeah. I think think we're doing pretty good, to be honest. To be perfectly honest, I think we're doing pretty darn good. So these guys are spreading out, of course. Units in poor supply over here, definitely, because look at that infrastructure, it's crap. If we go to supply map mode, yeah, they're having trouble getting supplies just because they're moving around. And finally, that central planning tech, but we're going to keep researching it because it's only 1936. And Grand Battle Plan is a good tech. So, we definitely want to get central planning so we can get that. As you can see, we're not getting any special forces tech yet because we're not really planning on building any special forces, so I'm pretty sure these don't apply to... Oh, those do apply to our guards. Ugh, I thought the infantry ones did. I thought these two did, but apparently not. So apparently our guards are going to be slightly not as good because of these, but whatever. Whatever, we'll get them eventually. Definitely. Probably before the war starts, we'll get them up to at least 36, maybe 38. We'll see, but our infantry tech's definitely more important for the time being. Definitely more important. So, our guards are in production, more armor is in production. Reinforce. Not much going on. I think the war will happen in Japan soon enough. IC is being wasted on this, so put it back into supplies. Look at that. Look how many supplies we're making. I don't know what this shit is that it's lying to me. Why I need so many supplies. I don't know what it's on about. At all. So, it's kind of stupid. We can lower this actually quite a bit. We'll keep it at what it's at. I don't think it's counting the ones we're trading for, or something. I don't know. Or the amount that's being returned to our stockpile, which is more than we're producing. So, I don't know what it's on about. At all. I think we're just gonna have to add some transports here, which don't cost too much. We're gonna build them in parallels of 2. So, let's do that. Now we're going to increase that, so that's going to go down a little bit, which is fine, I think it'll be fine. See, look, we're still making lots and lots of profit on our supplies. Sorry, my brain can't got my tongue for a second there. I need a drink. Always nice to have a drink. Drinks are nice. So this is looking pretty nice over here. This guy not in range to support everyone, which means we're probably gonna have to make him into an army, or just not support these guys up here. I think we're just gonna not be supporting those guys there. I wish that I could, but I can't. Actually, if I put him here, would he support 3? He is supporting 3. Would he support 4? I don't think so. So we're just going to leave him there. He's going to have some men without support, which is sad, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, good, okay. This infantry unit is going to go somewhere around here. So that's good. This is 2 energy. Sure, we'll give you 2 energy. Why not? 2 energy, always a good thing to give away to people. Be nice, you know? Share with your neighbors. And look, we're still getting 50 supplies a day, which is a lot. Republican Spain, yes, we want Republican Spain to win, because they are socialismo. See, look at that. Socialistas. And it does look like they're going to win. They've taken all the ports, except for this one and that one, but they've taken most of them, so... And those are definitely important in that war in particular. So we've just got elastic defense up, which is great. It's going to make our SB artillery better, as well as, yeah, some other stuff. Good, very good tech, actually. So, important to get. This is a good one, too. That attack movement, very good. A medium tank engine advance. So we're going to go to our armor. Cut that off and start researching that medium tank gun, because getting them guns better, always good. So we're at 70% officer ratio, which is not the best, but it'll do for now. So these are going to finish in November, these in October, these in October too, so that's definitely good. And it should happen, I believe it's the 15th of July, that this incident will happen at the Marco Polo Bridge, and the war will start between Japan and Shaanxi and Nationalist China, and sometimes Communist China and ZB Sanma and all these guys get pulled into it as well. We'll have to see. Depends on what Nationalist China does. And we're wasting some on reinforcements, so let's not do that. And when that happens, we can do our Great Officer Purge, which is going to kill a lot of our leaders, which is kind of sad, but it has to be done. Has to be done. So, yep. Because, you know, it's historical and stuff. And, yeah, at first you wouldn't think, why would I do the Great Officer Purge? But I do think it gives some benefits. Just doesn't say it there. So, plus, Stalin is paranoid. Those guys, you know, they're in cahoots with the capitalists, and they're gonna get us. So, of course, we have to make sure that they don't have any power, and we have to, you know, send them to death camps. Send them to Siberia, rather, said. They're going to be all the way up here, and, you know, it's not very nice in Siberia, not at all. But they're going to have to go there. Because, Australia, sure, I'll sell to Australia. That sounds good. So our techs are going along pretty well. It's 37. Most of our stuff is 38 tech. So that's always good. That is always good. So, has this war started yet? No. If it doesn't happen by the end of the month, we're ending the episode here. But I think it should happen by the end of the month. Should, of course, as it always does. We've just finished this light tank tech, and that's good because we can stop researching light tanks. Finally! You have no idea how long we've been researching light tanks. It's ridiculous. Marines, no, thank you. I know that we're going to be doing landings, but our Red Guards can do that. Our Red Guards can do that. For the time being, they can do that. They can do the amphibious assaults, and so on and so forth. I think they'll do a fine job in these amphibious assaults, especially if they've got battleship support, which they will. And of course the battleships will be supporting them here, and then moving up here to support these guys, so it should be good. And I believe a second Red Guards group will land here. So we probably will have 2 Red Guards, so yeah, we'll probably have 2 Red Guard corps. I'm not sure if we could build another one. Let's see. Because you can only have a certain amount of your elite infantry. And right now we are actually at our cap for our elite infantry. So that's not good. See, look, we can't build any more. Certainly not that many worth. We could build 2 divisions. But certainly not 5. So we'll have to get some more infantry before we can do that. But I don't know what this is on about. Look how we're putting a third in of what it's telling us we should, and we're still making so much, 78. So I don't know what that's on about. We would give 2 energy each day. Sure, you can have energy. Everyone can have energy, because look, we're maxed out at energy. We don't need any more of it. And it's looking more and more like this war, it's not going to happen this month. Which is kind of sad, because I like war. It's nice. It's very nice. But apparently it's not going to happen here, so it's too bad, really. Too bad. You know, so that is very sucky. Very sucky indeed. So we've got some light tank techs. And we can just stop researching them. Yes, yes, no more light tank techs. And this one's gonna go, when it ends, to self-propelled artillery, which it will end soon, I believe. Before the end of the month, maybe? Yes, before the end of the month. Tomorrow, actually. So that's just excellent. It really is. So that's going to go to researching this straight away. That way we can get those self-propelled artillery. And look at that. Boom. Self-propelled artillery starting to be researched. And it will be done in about a year. So that is great. Very good. We can start producing armor with that in about a year. Germany canceled a trade agreement. I wasn't even aware that we had one. If I was aware that we had one, I would have canceled it myself. So I don't really mind. Just to, actually let's go through and make sure we don't have any with Germany or any of our enemies. Oh, look, we've got one with Nationalist Spain importing supplies. We'll build those ourselves, thank you very much. Any other enemies that we're giving stuff to? No! See, look. Oh, Italy. Oh, Italy, you bastards. You bastards in Italy. We're not going to give you stuff. Why would you think that we would do that? You are the enemy. You're a bunch of fascist pigs. We're not going to give you anything. Anything at all. So, the month is over, and I didn't even notice. But the war has not started over here. I thought it would, but apparently not. Apparently the AI has decided that they don't want to crush China. They want to wait. So, sure, you do that then, Japan. I'll wait. But anyways, that's the end of the episode. I think it was a good episode. We didn't do a lot, but sort of that time where there's not a lot to do. So yeah, I probably should put it on speed 5. I'll ask you guys, do you want me to put it on speed 5 at sometimes, or do you want me to keep it on speed 4? Do you like watching me go around and make sure everything is perfect and pristine? Because I do. I like doing that. But if you don't like watching me do that, then I won't do it, because obviously you're the viewer. A little bit more important than me. I mean, it is me playing the game, but I do like to please the viewer, so just leave a comment, tell me whether you like it on speed 4, or if you'd like me to put it on speed 5 sometimes. Obviously not all the time, but, for a little bit, just to speed up the game a little bit. So, it's up to you to decide. But I think that's all I've got to say. So, thanks for watching, you guys. It's great that you watch me play these games, but other than that, I don't think there's much to say, so that's the end of the episode. Again, comment any feedback at all. I'd love to hear it, and I will see you next time.